PS4 and the Xbox 720 are going to have announcements in March. I don't know about that, but let's talk about it. So there's been some, I guess, rumor mill type things and little pieces of news and tidbits of things that could happen regarding the PS4 and 720. One of the things is that maybe later this year, these systems are going to come out. They're going to actually be released. So 2013 holiday season, we're going to see the Xbox 720. We're going to see the PS4. And in March, Sony and Microsoft rather, they apparently might hold some kind of a conference, some type of press thing where they announce these particular consoles or have something to do with it. So, you know, to give it a limelight, to give it a bit of that spotlight, and before E3, later this year, you know, in June. E3 is still pretty far away, you know, 5 months. It's actually kind of exciting. I haven't been this excited for an E3 in a really long time. It's been quite a few years because now we might actually get some real news about new systems. When they announced the Wii U in E3, way back when, I think it was a couple of years ago, it was kind of exciting, you know, it was kind of like, wow, that's pretty sweet, you know, it's like a brand new system from Nintendo, but I felt it was still a little bit lacking because they didn't have any games announced really, they didn't have any really hyped up things, there wasn't any fucking engagement with it, there was no actual information except for just what we saw, you know, these little CGI tidbits. And we might actually see more things about the PS4 and the 720. Like, they better show us some game footage. I doubt it though, because I'm getting that kind of Wii U, that early Wii U hype where not much is happening. It's just kind of out there. You know, it's like, well, here's the PS4, here's the 720, here's a couple of, you know, fucking cutscenes from maybe a game that could come out in the future, and that's all you get. So that's like the worst case scenario, is that we fucking don't get anything. But yeah, I mean, they're saying that in March they're gonna have some sort of press conference type of shit where they talk about these things near the Game Developers Conference, and they're gonna have an Apple-style press conference to officially announce the next-gen systems. Apparently. And, you know, as far as the release, again, I've mentioned later this year, 2013, these things are likely to come out. And as far as pricing, they're saying that it could be cheaper than the previous generation, so maybe a launch price of $350. That's right, $350 to $400. PS4 and 720 or whatever they're going to be called. And I'm getting sick and tired of that too. Whatever they're going to be called, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just give us the fucking names. Like, is that so hard? Like, why do you have to always keep it under wraps? Why does it always have to be... You gotta have a code name, you know what I mean? You gotta have some sort of thing, like they're calling the Xbox the Durango or some shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, why don't you just give us the official thing, the official title of the system, so at least it's out there. At least the name is like, whoa, it's coming out. So... It gives us a chance to get used to the name. Like, the Wii U was thrown out there. Like, the fucking Wii is still... It still sounds weird, but... You know, just throw it out there. Throw out these names out there. Like, I mean... Do you think that maybe, you know, like, PS4 sounds a little too redundant at this point? PlayStation 4. Oh, real fucking original, Sony. Real different, real new. It sounds so revolutionary. It sounds so awesome. Like, wow, did you come up with that by yourself? PS4? God, man. And it's gonna get to a point where it's like PS36, you know? In year 2500, I don't know. That's not a real year. Doesn't even matter. Or that doesn't even make sense, rather. 2500, you know. Somewhere in the future. But, like the Xbox, 720 sounds fucking retarded, you know? It's not gonna be 720. I hope it's not. 360, I thought, sounded stupid to begin with. Like, 360? Doesn't make any sense. What is 360 about it? Oh, it did a full 360, a fucking circle or complete rotation. Makes no sense. Like, the Xbox was the Xbox. So you couldn't call it, I don't know, Xbox Fantabulous Magic Ballsack. I don't know, like something fucking weird. I don't know. 360 is just, to me, it's kind of a crappy name. Like, you look back on it, you just go, oh, I got a 360. It's a mouthful too, like 360. I got an Xbox 360. What happened to like the really cool names? You know, like Atari Jaguar. That was a cool fucking name. You know, the Sega Saturn. That was fucking awesome. I love the Saturn. Just the name itself is like intergalactic, planetary, like fucking futuristic. Like, it just sounds so beyond Earth. You know, space age. Sega Saturn. I love that. The Sega Game Gear. The Game Boy. The Virtual Boy. Yes, it was a shitty system. But even the name is like, you know, at least it's something. It's not like a fucking numerical thing where Nintendo 64. Fucking stupid. Atari 2600. Stupid. You know, I hate numbers, I guess is my point. Like PS2. PS3. Fuck you. You know, give me something cool. A cool fucking word. Like, I don't know, anything. You know, fucking massively kick-ass giant fucking Armageddon. That's stupid. Bad example. Anyway, I mean, I don't know how else I can pad out this fucking video. They always have an analyst. This guy named Colin Sebastian? What? He said some shit like, you know, this guy is an analyst and he, I guess, has some kind of, you know, fucking investor kind of thing where he gives advice to investors or some shit. So he analyzes what could happen and then he gives it to investors, or he tells investors that this will happen or this might happen. And then just, that's his job, I guess. And he says that we hear that Sony in particular is determined not to come out last this time like the PlayStation 3 did this generation. So we'll have to see how soon it can get the PlayStation 4 out the door and whether Microsoft is motivated to prevent this from happening. I don't know if that even matters, you know, this is the last system to come out. I mean, the PS3 did pretty good, you know, it's up there. I think that they had a report back then where it actually shipped more units worldwide, slightly, than the Xbox 360. But they're pretty much, you know, neck and neck. And the PS3 did really good, despite coming out last and all that shit. Because of its amazing fucking quality. You know, quality always fucking is successful. People will go to it eventually. Now, that's not always the case, because I think somebody might bring up the PS Vita. Like, well, what about the PS Vita? It's got the best graphics. Where's the fucking games? You know what I mean? Like, where's the killer apps in the Vita? That's the difference, you know? There's a main difference between that and the PS3. PS3 was actually the must-have fucking HD console for a long time because it had exclusives out the ass. It could play most of the Xbox 360 shit. And the controls was really good, you know, you didn't have to fucking have rechargeable batteries. Well, it had the rechargeable thing, but you didn't need to buy batteries for it. The controllers, you didn't need to... It didn't have the fucking Red Ring of Death, all these different things that made it worthy, you know, the free fucking PSN, you know, you can play games multiplayer for free. It's a pretty damn good system. And in terms of, like, overall, like, a hardcore gamer system, PS3 is pretty badass. I mean, it's definitely, in my opinion, the PS3 was the best fucking system of this generation. I mean, I had it, I sold it, and, you know, I understand that, but ironically enough, I still have a 360 right now, but really, the only reason I have a 360 is to satisfy my fucking HD gaming needs occasionally. And there is, like, maybe one or two games that I still play on the 360 that isn't available for the PS3. But aside from that, I mean, the PS3, I think, fucking pretty much dominated this generation in terms of quality, in terms of fucking library, in terms of fucking controls, gameplay, exclusives. I mean, it's just an awesome fucking system compared to the other two. It's the most the one that I can really like as a fucking adult, as a 25-year-old. You know, all the little games it has, like the God of Wars and all that, and the Kill Zones and all these different things, and the Call of Duties and the Little Big Planets and Demon Souls. You know, just all these fucking games. PS3 got it, man. So it might not have sold the most. You know, the Wii fucking outsold everything. But the Wii U is in a bit of a fucking trouble right now because, like, man, the Wii U did not outsell the Wii on the holiday season. Compared to, you know, the first holiday season of the fucking Wii. The Wii U is in a bit of a bind. Like, they're fucking not selling as much. And they're even saying that maybe they're gonna have to drop the price. You know, that could be an option for Nintendo. They'll eventually drop the fucking price on the Wii U. You know, sort of a worst case scenario. It might even be they might fucking put Mario and Donkey Kong in these first party exclusives to other systems. I don't think that's ever gonna fucking happen. To me, it just doesn't seem likely. Mario's gonna stay on Nintendo, I guarantee you, because they need that. They need a fucking Mario. If they don't have Mario, what do they have? Nintendo needs their fucking exclusives. They gotta keep these things. They gotta have it because the Wii U is in trouble. There's all these different factors. Not having must-have games. You know, they don't have amazing fucking titles right now. Their third-party support isn't as strong. They want to attract those third-party support. They want to attract these fucking, you know, Grand Theft Auto 5 which really should be going on the Wii U as well. Not selling as much over the holidays. You know, it's kind of failing to sell because people just don't want to. They're very wary. People are very fucking cautious with their money. This isn't fucking 1996 anymore, or even like 2004, where people were just, they would buy anything fucking Nintendo. They would buy anything that's kind of overhyped, you know? You fucking put a nice little glossy packaging on it, nice little slick fucking marketing campaign, and, you know, it's a cheap system and people will buy it. It's not the case. You know? I think the Wii U will eventually be successful. It's, you know, it's gonna do its thing. It's gonna fucking bounce back, but it's gonna need those killer fucking apps. It's always about the games. It's always about the goddamn games. It's not about fucking shitty ass peripherals or gimmick controls or any of that fucking nonsense. You gotta have those amazing, amazing games that you can only be found on the Nintendo systems, and they don't have it on the Wii U. Name me one fucking game right now that is a must-have title for the Wii U exclusive. Nothing. Alright, so that's my point, but it should bounce back, you know, later on this year. I mean, I can't imagine Nintendo, like, fucking this up. They can't. That's pretty much it. Till next time, thanks for watching, ciao.